Obalola was a peaceful village, rich in tradition, but poor in modern awareness. Every year, the cries of childbirth turned into wails of mourning. It had become a cruel pattern. Women died, babies never saw the light of day. The village midwife, Mama Ronki, would simply say, "It is the will of the gods." Young couples like Sade and Yusuf buried their dreams literally. No one dared question it until a storm of change approached quietly. Villagers began to believe they were cursed. Childbirth is death, some whispered. Even pregnant women began writing farewell letters before labor. Superstitions ruled. When Ngozi died with her unborn twins, her husband Uche went mad, wandering the village screaming, "Why her? Why them?" Chief Odu and the Council of Elders kept promoting home births, calling hospitals the white man's trap. Tunde and his pregnant wife Amaka returned to Obalola after 8 years in the city. Amaka, a trained nurse, was horrified by the stories she heard. Tunde announced at a town meeting, "My wife will give birth in a hospital." The room fell silent. Then laughter, insults, and warnings followed. Tunde became the center of gossip. His old friends avoided him. Even his mother, Mama Titi, cried, "You want to shame our ancestors?" Amaka stayed strong. "Let them talk," she said, "but I'm not ready to die." Tunde faced threats. Someone even smashed their window with a stone carrying a note. "Take her to hospital and face the gods." The night labor started, a storm broke out. Amaka screamed in pain. Tunde wrapped her in warm clothes, carried her to the car, and drove through mud and flooded paths. The journey to the hospital was a fight against death itself. Inside the hospital, nurses rushed in. "You're just in time," they said. Hours passed, then 2 cries filled the air. Twins, alive, healthy. Tunde named them Hope and Destiny. Amaka wept as she held her babies. "We broke the chain," she whispered. The hospital staff clapped. Photos were taken. Doctors couldn't believe that this was the first hospital birth from Obalola in decades. A nurse posted about it online. The story went viral. Tunde's car pulled into Obalola. This time, no one laughed. People gathered in awe. "She's alive," someone whispered. The twins glowed with life. That night, Tunde stood in the square and spoke. "We've buried too many. It's time to live." Even Mama Ronka stood still, for once speechless. Zainab, pregnant and scared, approached Amaka in secret. "Will you take me to the hospital when it's time?" she asked. Soon, others followed. Ada, Halima, Blessing. They listened as Amaka explained antenatal care. Tunde began community sessions called Birth Without Fear. With the help of a young doctor from the city, Dr. Dapo, the health center was reopened. Traditional birth attendants were trained, not shamed. More hospital births followed. Each one was a victory. Obalola was no longer the village of mourning, but a community of miracles. Years later, the maternity ward was renamed the Amaka Hope Center. Hope and Destiny, now 10 years old, stood proud beside their parents. Chief Odu, now old and frail, held a microphone and said, "We were wrong, but thank God someone was brave enough to save us." Tunde replied, "Tradition is not meant to kill, it's meant to protect."